Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the healthcare proxy and power of attorney and why you should not rely solely on either of those documents. So here's the scenario. I like to give you real life cases so you can decide for yourself if this applies to your situation. I had a call from somebody I know who connected me to a family, and they had a loved one who was taken to a hospital for a medical condition. And I guess there is a healthcare proxy in place which would allow the one of the other family members to make medical decisions for the patient. And so the family member said to me, well, we would like to use the healthcare proxy to move her out of the hospital and place her somewhere else for, a behavioral health type of issue, some sort of mental health issue. And I said to them, well, what's your plan if she refuses to go? And there was sort of this pregnant pause, and the family member said to me, well, what do you mean? I said, well, look, if I give you authority to make decisions for me, whether it's a healthcare proxy, medical decisions, or a power of attorney, which might control some financial decisions, I can revoke that authority. I say, guess what? I don't want you making decisions for me, and I've decided I am going to ignore what your wishes are. I still have the ability to make decisions for myself. I'm not unconscious. I'm not incapacitated. And I'm not going to do any of this stuff. I'm going to make my own decisions, and you can take your healthcare proxy and power of attorney and, well, you can throw it in the garbage or do whatever else you want with it. I'm not going. And he said, well, I don't understand. And I said, well, look, the whole point of these documents is so that if the person lacks the ability to make decisions for themselves, in other words, for instance, God forbid they were in a car accident, they're unconscious, a court has declared them to be incapacitated, which is a legal finding. Right? Now they no longer have the authority here to make decisions, or in that case, they're not awake. They're unconscious. They can't make decisions for themselves. And so you've been given that power. Okay? The problem with these documents is that they're only as good as their enforceability. And what I mean by that is if somebody, for instance, the patient has given this person, the family member, certain authority over them. If the patient says, I'm not doing it, then you have to go into court and enforce the authority that you believe you've been given. And in some instances, you got to take it. And the way to do that is through the guardianship process. So, I see this a lot where somebody says, oh, I have a healthcare proxy, so you can't baker up my loved one. Yeah, the state can do whatever they want. They don't care about your healthcare proxy and power of attorney. Oh, well, I want to send my loved one to treatment because I have a healthcare proxy and power of attorney. Well, they're still awake. They're still conscious. No one said they're incapacitated. And so guess what? They don't have to follow whatever authority you think that you have over them. It's not a blanket, I get to make decisions for you and you get to take it even if you don't like it. It doesn't work that way. If you want authority to make decisions for somebody, then either it's given to you, they give it to you and willingly follow along, right? Or it's got to be taken. It's got to be taken, which means going to court through the guardianship process and having a court give you authority over somebody else so you can make decisions for them, because the court has determined they no longer have the ability to make decisions that are in their own best interests. And so it's all well and good having a healthcare proxy, but if the person is, of the mindset where they can actually make decisions for themselves, even if you don't agree, you're going to have to go into court and enforce that authority that's apparently been given to you. And the way to do it is through the guardianship process. And so I just, I want to make that distinction where you understand that just because you have these documents doesn't mean to say, they are, the ultimate in authority, because they're not. It's a really good start, but it ain't everything, and it's not the ultimate power. So if you've got a loved one who has got behavioral health issues, mental health issues, substance use, those types of things, and you have a healthcare proxy and power of attorney, and you want to enforce the authority that you've been given because your loved one no longer can make those decisions, then that's a conversation we want to have for you. So I hope that helps. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.